Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I will be reading stories behind your horse names on Reddit while we're training. This is my first ever Train With Me video. This discussion is not originally mine. I just found one. I will be planning on making my own eventually, but today we are training my horse Ace Danger. There's no nickname for this horse yet. So I'm gonna get started. So there should be screenshots on the screen for you guys to see like what everybody else like responds, so you can read along with me or you can train along with me. This says stories behind your horse names. I would like to know the names of your horses Oh my god. I would like to know if the names of your horses have meaning for you. My horses are often given names that are connected with events in my life. Example, Little Princess for my dog who died, Horse or Pony are chosen to match, Fantasy for my Fantasy for my first riding, School Pony, or that fit the respective season, Summer Soul, Spring Rain, etc. In the meantime, however, I also often simply choose names that I find beautiful, which doesn't exclude the former. For my Icelandic horses, I've always used the word that sounds like an Icelandic name, Elder, Eagle, Fire. So how do you do that? Do you have stories behind the names? So that is the discussion that this person has posted. So shout out to this person. You can see their name at the top for this discussion because now I'm using it in my video because I didn't have time to make a discussion. This person said name Ballas, a story he's a gelding. I thought that, oh no! I thought that was so funny. It's just because I don't know, that's just really funny to me. This is West. He's named after the bass player of my favorite band. How do you say that? I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say that. He passed away last summer, so I decided to immortalize him in the game. That is actually the sweetest thing ever. I should totally name a horse after my favorite band. We're level 8. Let's go. I love Halloween, so all my horses are Halloween related. The only not Halloween is my starter. Her name is Time Wish, but I like wishing for Halloween. That is so sweet. I love Halloween as well. This next one says, the only horse that has a name that means something is my Cremello Gen 2 Morgan, who I named Nugget. My heart horse was a Palomino Morgan whose name was Nugget, who passed in 2020, and when he passed I stopped riding. Since the game doesn't have a Palomino Morgan, I settled for the Cremello. That is such a heartwarming story. Their horse will always be remembered in the game. Wild Prince, aka Bronco, is the name of my imaginary wild Mustang that I had as a kid. He was sort of wild, but also tamed enough for me to ride him.
Freaking wall.
I never thought he would ever become real. I don't own horses IRL and probably never will, and will only be able to own toy horses like Breyer horses, which I do own, and have toy classic Breyer horse that I pictured Bronco to look like. I never once thought an imaginary friend that I had as a little girl would ever, and I mean ever, become real besides being just an imaginary friend and in the form of a toy. I don't know how little kid me picked out this coloring, but past me picked out a pretty one. I remember when I was younger, I never had like an imaginary like horse, but I used to think like my imaginary friend was like Rudolph, and I don't know, I think it's funny. Person says, I purely go off the vibe each horse gives off, lol. Most often the names are related to their coat color. I only have 3 names with somewhat of an intention behind them. My Audra, whose name is Mythstar because it sounded familiar to Mystra, a goddess from D&D lore. My White Percheron named Morningstar after Lucifer. The mane really reminded me of angel wings, so I wanted to name after an angel. And lastly, my third Pentamian that I called Echo because I couldn't stop buying Pentamians, lol, love them too much. That's actually a really cool way to interpret names. This person said, it's always either references to something, example, Cherry Lady, Cherry Lady, or just some names that actually mean something, Coffee Bean. I really do like that concept of it as well, because, again, I have a horse named Butter Bear, which is supposed to be Butter Beer. This next person says, some of mine are just named based off of songs like Starfall, Stars Will Fall Duster, and Space Song, Beach House. My starter horse, Pepper Peak, isn't named after anything in particular, but I guess it sounds as if memories linked with it because my older sister named it when I was younger. That's so cool. I need to have like my best friend or like my sister or something name a horse. That would be so fun. This next one says, my current horses have names based on their look or description or just a name I liked, but I'm planning to buy a pinkish cremello. So far I think I want to go with KWPN or TV to name him after my favorite character. Then I have in the horses I prepared the Palomino Aquatique, or is it Aquatique? I think it's Aquatique. Named Northwind, which is a reference to the forest horse I got on my longest played game, Howers. Her name is actually Mistral, but that... Oh! I did not want to do that. But that name is not in SSO. And then the very first horse I've ever made in that game on my first account, that doesn't exist anymore, which is a light gray Arabian mare named Spirit, but I haven't decided which Arabian I will buy yet. Okay, that one has like a whole bunch of lore to it. Wow. I like single names more than the combination of two words. However, for my first horses, I chose Taylor Swift related names. Then I switched to just aesthetic names for like Violet, Grace, etc. That is a really good idea. I feel like I have a lot of my horses are named differently from the Jorvik names. Like, I have the, I'll show a picture of it on screen. I have this Jorvik Wild horse that's named Tiger King, aka Joe Exotic. Because, if you guys don't remember that, I got that horse back in, like, 2020, so I've had him for about 4 years. That was, like, my pandemic horse. I don't know if it counts, but I named myself Francis Cherry Blossom since it's a horse I bought for my birthday, and my birthday is in spring. And I associate spring with cherry blossoms. That's actually a really cool birthday gift for yourself. And then they also said, I also named my Palomino Welsh Pony Goldie, since that's the horse I used to ride all the time in my riding lessons. That is so cool. My Buckskin and Illusions name is Desert Mouse because of Chakabosa, the language of the Freeman and Dune. It means Muad'Dib, loved to movie to say I think they mean loved the movie to say the least. That's actually really cool. Oh my gosh! Some of my horses' names are mostly just overly regal or representative of their steeds. I do really like that. Like, I like a lot of names that are like different. Like, there's so many where I'm like, I might steal that horse's name, to be honest. All my favorite Peso Finos are Ravens. The breed is just my favorite, but when I just started playing SSO, my favorite breed was the Lusitano, and the first horse I bought was a black Lusitano, and I named Ghost Raven. My new favorite horses are named in his honor. That's actually really neat. It's like your horse is being reincarnated. None of my horses have any super specific names, but I definitely have a theme. All my names start with wild, and then have open option to depending on what I feel will fit the type of horse, great color and or gait
Color
or coat color. Oh my god, I can't tell. Coat color and slash or what fits the personality I give them. That's cool. I would love to see like all kinds of different horse personalities. I also plan on doing realistic role plays, so that's like really cool that you give horses personalities. Ka-Fly, because I was 8 and it was a funny name. Up until this day, I love it more and more. That is so cute. I often name my horses after Warrior Cats characters like Echo Song and Brightheart. Ooh, no! Oops. Casually failing races. I have trouble thinking of names, so I always choose ones I like from Warrior Cats and try to bring them into SSO. Sometimes I do think of my own names, like Red Rose, but I don't do that as much. That's actually really funny. I used to love Warrior Cats back in middle school, but now I'm more into like anime and manga and all that good stuff. So, but I still think Warrior Cats is a great book. There was also a dog version of it called The Survivors, I think. I don't really remember. It's been a really long time. I really liked that one too. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get Ace Danger to level 10. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be great. Yay! I mean level 9, not level 10. I'll get him to level 10 later. Let's go! Alright everyone, well if you enjoyed this video, I hope you subscribe, but only if you liked what you've seen in this video. I would love to hear your guys' different names and backstory of names in the comments. I will read every single one of them. I would love to hear about it. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!